poem is called For Fact's Sake. I've been a quizmaster over 20 years and collected trivia for double, so here's a quick rundown of my favourite facts for when you're at a quiz night and in trouble. We all once shared the same world record for youngest person on planet Earth. In a group of 30 people, 2 should share their date of birth. 1 in 18 people have a third nipple. I'm sure they're not complaining. And while we're on the subject, my boobs can tell if it's raining. Jean Calment was the oldest human ever, and she died in 97, 122 when she may or may not have ascended to heaven. That's 3 years older than her closest rival, and if you think that's a reason to scoff, when she was 13 she went and sold paintbrushes to a drunken Vincent van Gogh. Abe Lincoln was murdered by John Wilkes Booth, but for connections they have another. See, a couple months prior, Abe's son fell on train tracks and was rescued by Booth's older brother. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution was much based on the duck-billed platypus, but I must tell you about the 5-year-old tortoise he brought home from the Galapagos. Harriet was taken in 1835 and kept as a pet by Charles Darwin. She died 2006, the world's oldest creature, and at the time she was owned by Steve Irwin. Darwin and Lincoln were 2 utter legends embodying morality, knowledge and power, but there's one little nugget I've left up my sleeve. Oh, they were born on the very same hour. If you like statues of men on horses, this next fact will suit you great. See, the status of the horse's legs tell of the soldier's fate. 4 legs on the floor, he survived the war. 1 leg to the stars, he died of his scars. 2 legs in the air, he died then and there. 3 up, he lost his dick. 4 up's a magic trick. And if you don't care for history or statues, but for comedy you do give a frig, the Granary Club next to King Street is where Del Boy filmed Nice and Cool Trig. Your favourite 4-lettered F word had quite the initiation. It comes from a 17th century Irish police station. In yet another fact they won't teach you in college, if you were caught shagging in public, you were found under carnal knowledge. There's a few suggestions for the origin of flipping the bird, but the most common idea is that it comes from a Roman war hero called Cassius Caesar. He lost his penis in battle and then later led the Praetorian Guard, which protected Emperor Caligula, who learned how Cassius got scarred. But rather than showing empathy for how his protector got his maim, or having a statue with 1 horse leg on the floor erected in his name, Caligula would taunt Cassius going like this, which humiliated him. But Cassius got his revenge when he assassinated him. Banksy's Well-Hung Lover was the world's first piece of legal street art when the council gave it retroactive planning permission, pretending they liked it from the start. I shouldn't share info on his identity, but he will send me to meet the Grim Reaper. So I'll just tell you Banksy got his nickname when he was a local football team's goalkeeper. They called him Banksy in tribute to the keeper from England in the '66 World Cup, and the name stuck with him when he got fame and the local councillors all stirred up. The first time Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "I'll be back," was in The Running Man. Sod it. Banksy's real name is Robin Augustus was the first emperor of Rome, and he was poisoned by his wife Livia. Now, you owe me a pint next time you win a night of trivia. Thank you. Not the first time I've died on stage. Cheers.